I'm back again. Hey, it's Alesia. It's been a while, but I'm here to talk about Eurovision 2016. And this is basically going to be my review and like my main thoughts overall of the competition. As you know, I actually was able to go to Stockholm. It was like so amazing to be in the Globe. It was actually like really cool. It was great to connect with some of you actually in person. If you don't know me, hey, I'm Alesia. I'm an American Eurovision fan, and I've been following the competition since 2010. I was blogging, and now I'm blogging about it. Pretty cool. I told you guys Eurovision 2016 was going to be like really competitive, and guess what? It was. I mean, who thought that we were going to have so many amazing performances on stage? Me. So first off, I want to go over some lessons that Eurovision 2016 taught us. Let me run them down for you. Lesson number 1. Catchy does not mean good. I mean, I think I've said this before, and I think we all kind of know that. But it's something that I think we often forget. I think there's this idea of like, oh my gosh, this song is stuck in my head. Oh, it must be great. It's gonna win. No, just because a song is catchy and kind of annoying and then follows you all day long doesn't exactly make the song good and doesn't necessarily mean that that's a winning Eurovision song. Hear that, Spain and Poland fans? Yes, you might have been singing that oh part over and over again, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a top 10 worthy song. Period, point blank, end of story. And to be honest, I hate on Poland's song only because Poland could have done better. I mean, that's really it. Spain didn't do well in the final. Not surprising to me. Michael Spock, great singer, but the song was just dreary, drab, arena rock that we've all heard before. Spain, say yay yay yay, was stuck in my head, and I was not exactly happy about it. Lesson number 2. Come on, people, you don't have to sing in English. I would actually argue that Albania might have found itself in the final had they not translated the song. I mean, translating that song to English just stripped away a really nice element of it. And Aneta was a great singer, great vocalist. If this song hadn't been translated, I really think we would have seen it in the final. Another thing about singing in English, okay, I get it, not everyone is going to have the best diction singing in another language. I get it. But Poland is like legitimately like ridiculous, okay? Legitimately ridiculous. What color is your life? No, bro, what are you saying? What are you saying? Black and white? Black and white? Black and white? Lesson number 3. I mean, I think we all knew this, but it was great for this to be just kind of run home. Look, Sweden can put on a show. We knew they were gonna put on a great show. Everything was good. I thought the comedy bits were good. Petra and Måns hosting really worked out. They had great chemistry. I definitely think Sweden should have them host again or just have Petra alone because we know girl power. She don't need no help. The one note I would say is that after the songs this year, I felt like we heard every single singer like, touch the girl, thank you Europe, thank you Europe. Yeah, I didn't need all of that. Like I could have just gone on to like the postcard in the next song. I didn't need all that thanking, but like, you're welcome. So honestly, in the Eurovision final 2016, I'd say our vocal highlights, and I did do a video, my top 5 favorite vocalists from this year's competition. Well, not just this year's competition, but the final itself. But I did want to give some shine because I did leave off a couple of people. So I would say the vocal highlights. I mean, we start off the final with Gabriella. I mean, amazing vocalist, watch my video. Then Hovey comes in, does what he does. I don't care if he's trying to be the Israeli Adam Lambert. I think he holds his own, and I think I could have 10, 12 Adam Lamberts in my life, okay? Michael Spock, yeah, I didn't like Color of Your Life or whatever. I just think there were other songs that Poland should have picked, aka Margaret. I'm still playing Cool Me Down. I love that song. But Michael Spock is an amazing vocalist. I've never ever said that he was anything but that. I mean, just amazing vocals. I don't even think that song really allowed his vocals truly to shine. Of course, Dami Im took top honors for me as the best vocalist. And honestly, even if I were to have included Jamala in the running for my top 5 vocalists. I didn't include her because I just thought that would be a cop-out to have like a top 5 running and then include the person who won, because then you just know that I'd probably pick her as number 1. But honestly, I still would have put Dami over Jamala anyway, and that's mostly because of diversity in vocals. Yes, her range is amazing, like don't get me wrong, but am I gonna be hearing her sing like an R&B track? No. Dami could sing an R&B track, a pop track, and she probably has some classical training too, so she can do that. And I've heard her sing like Christian music. She'd probably do folk. So yeah, everyone getting on me about not including Jamala. I get that Jamala is a good singer. I've said from the beginning that I love her vocals. The first time I heard 1944, I loved the song. I was not one of those people saying that the song was too political and that it shouldn't have been in the competition. That was not me. Check my old videos, okay? My best dressed man is Sergey, and I will say Yus is my runner-up. So I'll talk about my runner-up, Yus from Latvia. I think he was able to do something that is very difficult for, I think, a lot of performers to do. And Yus to me just looked cool. The whole performance to me seemed cool. The song was cool. And he was dressed like a cool guy. And he also was doing all black, but because we had a mixture of fabrics with the leather and then kind of like the distressed black denim, I thought I broke it up so he didn't look like he was going to a funeral. But I have to give best dressed to Sergey because I actually said last year that I hated people wearing all black on stage because it just looked like a funeral. But it was something about him in the all black that just looked really chic. It looked really put together. It wasn't like a regular black button down. It was just something about it that was really nice. And I didn't get anything funeral-y or depressing or down about his performance, although he was in this very simple all-black number that I think worked perfectly. I think the best performance that was like on TV, so if you were watching at home, not necessarily in the arena, is Georgia, hands down. I loved that song from the minute I heard it. I liked everything that Georgia's entry was about. On television, when you watch back, I should put like a link to that, the performance looks amazing and was easily, I think, one of the best staged and filmed, I should say, of the rock acts, hands down. I think they used the technology well. I think they took advantage of what Sweden had to offer and what SVT had to offer without overdoing it. And I think it really enhanced the song. And I said from the beginning that Georgia deserved to be in the final. And you guys, yes, you all thought that I was crazy. You thought that I was having like a fan wank over Georgia. And Georgia's not even like one of my favorite countries, okay? It's not even like I root for them every year. No, I just happen to really like that song. And feels good to be right. My best dressed lady has to go to Dami Im. I mean, that really was the best outfit. And I don't even think that she had any competition, really. I mean, that white rhinestone gown that was like lifted in the front. It was like a princess gown, but still sexy and not slutty, Croatia. I don't even think she wanted to wear that outfit. Croatia could have won had they just dressed her in something else. And that's where you know, like, some of these countries are really playing. It's like they had the song come out. Everyone online was like, wow, okay, Croatia might be able to host this. And then Croatia instantly got nervous. Whatever the broadcaster was like, ooh, wait, we don't have that money. Bring it back, bring it back. How can we make this performance horrible enough that she won't win? And so they put her in that horrible outfit. Ugh, just horrible. When Beret hit the floor in silence, it just looked ridiculous in a bedazzled t-shirt. I don't know if this is like a lesson learned, but okay, can we not have pauses happen ever again on the Eurovision stage? Like, if the pause wasn't built into the song, I don't understand the pause. I mean, what was that? Like, you all need a legitimate sip of reality. Like, full on. Get real. I won't say that Say Yay was bad, but let's be real. What happened on the stage in Stockholm, Sweden? was just not good. We had amazing staging, vocals, lyrical content, song, musicality, choreography, backing vocals. We had so many amazing packages. For Spain to even have cracked the top 10 would have been sacrilege. It would have been absolutely sacrilege and ridiculous. You had Beret in a sequin t-shirt with some sneakers on. And let's be real, there were like some moments, I just rewatched the final again, just to refresh my memory. When you watch Beret at the actual Eurovision 2016 final on the stage at Stockholm, Sweden, there were like actual moments where she didn't even look like she gave a shit. Watch it again. There were moments where I was looking at her where she legitimately looked bored. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at whoever staged that Spanish number. Okay, so back to talking about pauses. Sorry, I had a little, I digress. The Netherlands, Dalbop. Now, I really liked the song. Slow Down was good. I liked what they did on stage, minus the rando pause. And I remember they tried to explain it and be all like deep and meta and like, oh, well, you know, the song's about slowing down, so we put the pause in here. What was that? It just was like dumb. So my most boring award, some people will be mad at me because they'll be like, oh, well, why don't you look at the lyrics of the song and, oh, what happens on stage doesn't matter. Get out of here. At the end of the day, yes, it is a song contest, but it's a show. It is a show. I'm a viewer. You are a viewer. We should be entertained. And guess what? Italy's act was boring. It was so boring. The stage show and the song itself were boring me. But then she had the audacity to be pitchy on top of it. Like, you're not doing what Dami Eames doing. You're not doing what Jamala's doing. You're not doing really what half of the vocalists are doing on that stage. And then you have the audacity to not hit your notes? Come on. And while I'm talking about pitchiness, yeah, my pitchy queen is gonna have to go with Samra. Samra, if she didn't even have those backing vocalists behind her, I'm telling you right now, that performance would have been absolute garbage. And real talk, I don't think Azerbaijan deserved to be in the final. Now, the Pitchy King in the final, I hate to say this, but it's gotta go to you, Hungry Freddie. Yeah, you were struggling to hit some of those notes. And I really don't know why, because there was nothing challenging about that song. And I know that you aren't really a singer by trade, that this is a new skill for you. So take this as a note to link up with a nice vocal coach to get you a little bit more confident with hitting those notes. And my runner-up for Pitchy King is Franz, because, I mean, he really wasn't even singing, and it was like he couldn't even hit those notes that he was talking. Okay, like, overall, Eurovision 2016 was pretty amazing. I'm super glad that I went. You know, and I'm happy about the Ukraine winning. I just have to say that the Ukraine winning just isn't really an exciting win. And I'll tell you why. I mean, for Russia to have won, it would have been exciting because Russia legitimately has had a lot of hate, from myself included. And I feel like they overcame all that and said, hey, you know what? We'll give you what you want. You guys are sick of us singing message songs. We got it. Note taken. We are going to get on that stage and we're going to entertain the hell out of you. For anyone to say that the highlight of Eurovision 2016 wasn't Sergei Lazarev getting on stage and doing what he did, I mean, that's just crazy. What he did on stage was amazing. It is undeniable. They really threw everything in the kitchen into that performance. And it was a highlight. It would have been really exciting, I think, to have Russia as our winner. I think Australia winning would have been amazing. It would have been super exciting. 2 years in the competition, and then to win, I think, would have been amazing. Honestly, the fact that I'm saying that it's not an exciting win really is to Ukraine's credit, is because Ukraine always gives us quality. It's kind of the same thing with Sweden. I think if Sweden were to win, would it be exciting? Not really, because they always give us something quality. So with Ukraine winning this year, although I loved the song, I even predicted that I thought the song could win. And as much as I love Jamala as a performer, as much as I love 1944, I did feel underwhelmed when it won, because in my opinion, I just felt like, oh, of course it won. Duh. So I guess I'll see you. Kyiv, Eurovision 2017, hosted by the Ukraine. I don't know if I'm going yet, but I'm definitely excited for Eurovision 2017.